Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Up Next. Now, let me come back with another video. Hey, man, say, man, look. I got that boy Rainwater. If y'all haven't already, man, make sure y'all watch the first 8 minutes. It's the previous reaction video before this video. We just breaking it down into proportions. I'm not going to sit here for a whole hour and a half and watch this whole entire video. But what I will do is, since I do have to reach a quota of a ton of videos a day. I'm not going to say a certain amount, but a ton of videos a day. We're just going to break it down. We'll watch the interviews like this. Hopefully y'all enjoy. If y'all want to watch the entire interview, make sure you go to support real life street stars, man. Without real life street stars, this video wouldn't be possible. All right, so shout out to them. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications. Let's get it. Let's go.
You know?
Now, mind you, when he was rapping with under Puka Leroy and the mob, the Money Mob, he was really like, he was a demon back then. He was really like, he had a lot to prove before, during that time frame. Yeah. And I felt after, of course, Hold Your Tongue, he never quite let go of that mentality of having a lot to prove, even back when he was with Puka Leroy, as far as just some of the things he was doing, just to show like he's really that real. Where you're supposed to kind of let that go as you're finding fame. Do you feel like Yella had the same thing where you're supposed to let that gangster stuff go? Or
I believe 3 made Yella a gangster. 3 made him a gangster. Because you can't switch gangster on and gangster off. You can't sit there and do something and just be like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't gonna rap, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I ain't gonna rap about it, I ain't gonna do nothing about it. If the table would turn and Yella died, I'd be sitting there and tell 3, shut the fuck up. He'll be saying fuck him and this and that. He don't care about no comments, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be in you. You can see the look on people on his face is weary. 3 would never be worried about no shit like that.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. 3 probably would have got hit with a Rico. No cap.
It gotta be in you. But something like I told people, the devil will trick you, will give you the tools
to destroy yourself. Facts.
I watched another big rapper out of Dallas this weekend in South by Southwest, and I watched him. I looked at him in his eyes, and he wanted to prove to me he a gangster so bad. And I kept tapping on the shoulder and said, bro, listen, you ain't gotta go down that route. I already seen where it take you. He want to prove to me. I'm looking at all the niggas around him. They look like a Navarro football team. None of them had tattoos on it. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta understand it, but sometimes it's like that power will make you believe you something you're not.
Can you speak on a rapper's name?
Nah, I ain't gonna do it like that. But, I'm gonna do it like that. But the power will make you believe something that you're not, and that you don't want to be. I mean, that you believe you are until shit hit the fan. When that shit hit the fan, and you not built for that, you have a hard time.
Yeah, I would say, is it power or is it because, and it might be considered power, but when you're pushed to the forefront of a clique of people, it's almost like a war. Like if you're the front line, they expect you to jump first, even though it's really not in you. They expect you to be like, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, but the power will do the money, the power and respect. You know what I'm saying? Man, you ever seen a nigga who finally get some power, he left his baby mamas?
So
you know what I'm saying? You start doing shit that you don't never do because you ain't never had that power. Charleston White, he got the power in destroying himself. Charleston was an activist. Charleston was this. That power made Charleston sit there in front of that camera and say, fuck that baby. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm a witness of it. Now, I love my mama to death and my family to death, and that power and that money made me cuss out my mama before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I understand it's like you unstoppable. Then you go to your bank account, you got $1 million, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. You can go fuck any bitch you wanna fuck. Nigga, bitch, give you some little money.
Can't nobody tell you nothing.
You can't, nobody can tell you shit. You wake up anytime you want, you can get up, jump in as many cars you want. That power will make you think you untouchable. You could be the weeniest nigga with some power. Send them. 20,000 right here, send them.
So, and let's walk through this because, Roy Lee did come on our platform, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he did interviews that we never even put out about that because it stopped becoming unfunny, and then Roy Lee was kind of upset because he, the situation in the club, he just really wanted his lick back. He wanted a fight that never happened. People are saying that Mo3 was Roy Lee's best friend. And can you clear up, because I think you had a closer relationship with Roy Lee than 3 at first.
Nah, the whole time.
Oh, the whole time.
I brought them together.
Right.
I had a close relationship with Roy Lee. I talked to Roy Lee every day. You know, we talked on the phone every morning, all day long. I watched him grow as a person. I asked 3 one time, and we were riding back from Austin. And I said, do you feel like you got Roy Lee killed? Do you feel like that's on your hands? He was like, nah. I know it was, though. Roy Lee was taking up for 3. He was the only voice to take up for him, with the voice that meant something to take up for him. So, you know, that what hurt me the most is Roy Lee was an innocent person who he died for nothing over a fight. Like, you know, from all his kids over there, and they celebrating, talking about Mo3. Mo3 is my nigga. But I gotta think about Roy Lee. You know, I gotta think about Bubba. Bubba was 18, 19 years old in between this whole war. You know, the city let them do it. Man, it's the 97.9, K104, all the DJs, the promoters. Like, if I can get on the phone with Yellow right there, and I'm gonna say, this nigga sit there and told me this and told this about you, and went over there, or when you was at that club, DG's, you know, somebody's son was calling around saying he was up here. You remember you left? You remember this? You remember that? These people was calling, telling me this and that, telling us this and that, calling Mo3. They said this, they said this. It's them city ass, niggas the city ass. There ain't nobody stopped in between and said, nah. Everybody in power let that little girl get killed with Lil Running. Because they never stopped in between and said, put their life on the line to stop the shit.
Yeah, no, and again, I think this is my first time even saying this, but so
no cap, bro. Y'all niggas grown ass mans, bro. Y'all grown men, bro. Ain't nobody allowing y'all to get killed. Y'all putting yourselves in positions to get killed, man. Y'all niggas y'all brain is fully developed. Y'all niggas over the age 25. Y'all niggas grown as hell, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta take accountability.
I recorded a video on 97.9 where Jay Cruz and what's her name, Vita Loca was talking about it. Like, you know, they know all Mo3 songs, but I just recorded it. And I think 3 used it, or I don't know if it's your decision to use that clip I recorded on 221 at the beginning. Where 3's waking up. And you have this radio station talking about how there's this war, and Vita Loca's like, I don't want to see no one get killed. And I'm like, they have the power and the money, the resources to intervene and say, nah, let's make sure something happens to where we can get, I know people say it's too far gone, but with enough money, you know, or enough resource, enough power, enough influence, something could have happened. Do you feel the city had more of an obligation to step in when there's a natural personal beef, let's just say?
Man, they ain't tried to. 97.9, they did some goofy shit yesterday and posted yellow.
All right, y'all, I think that's my 8 minutes. All right, cool. That's my 8 minutes. Next video, let's get it.